So today we're going to talk about how to make the final expense sales process simple. Maybe I put too much content out there with a lot of information, and perhaps sometimes too much information is overcomplicating. So this video promises to give you a short, simple, yet fundamental approach to successfully selling final expense. So if you want to be successful, this is the video to watch. My name is David DuFord, owner of DuFord Insurance Group. We train agents to sell final expense successfully in person or over the phone, and we back it up with a make money guarantee. Check out davidduford.com/FAQ for details. So let's jump right in. How do we make final expense sales simple so that you can get results and success? Number one, it's all about leads, activity, and presentations. That's it, guys. Do you have enough leads? Are you doing the activity to work enough of those leads, to book enough presentations, to then get the results that you want? So let's first talk about leads, then we'll talk about activity, and then talk about presentations. Again, keeping it simple, focusing on the main things and the first things first. So with leads, the first thing you need to do is have enough leads. That matters more than the right kind of leads, even though that's important. You got to have enough leads. So how much leads is enough? Too much leads is the best position to be in. To have too many people to talk to is the best problem to have. So what I would say, it just is going to depend on your circumstances and what kind of leads you're using. There's really only two forms of fresh and exclusive leads to use, and that's direct mail and Facebook leads. If you just want me to give you a number to start with, full-time as a brand new agent, 30 direct mail leads a week, Facebook leads 40 direct mail, or 40 Facebook leads to 50 Facebook leads, depending on the vendor. You may get them, and you may only get the 20 of those, or 2/3 of them. But you know what? You're probably going to get sales out of them, and that's what's nice about having too many people to see. So make sure you have enough leads. Second of all is have the right leads. And again, what are the right leads? Lots of different options out there. Keep it simple. Buy your leads. Don't self-generate. Buy direct mail, exclusive, fresh, and exclusive leads, or buy fresh and exclusive Facebook leads. That's it. That's all you really need to be successful in this business. Pick one or the other depending on your budget and how fast you need the leads, with Facebook leads being faster than direct mail. The next thing you need to worry about to keep final expense sales successful yet simple is activity. And again, remember, final expense is all about activity. It's not a complicated product. If you just see enough people and you put the work in, there are people out there who need this stuff, probably tens of thousands right now, that if someone would just talk to them, they would buy. And you being in the field and making things happen is what really matters. And so that's the thing. It's a time on task thing. Full-time final expense agents in person or the phone, I'm convinced you need to put 5 days a week in, 10 plus hours a week. It sounds like a lot of time. It sounds like a lot of effort. It sounds like a good portion of your life. Well, that's because it is. You're running a business. And time on task is correlated to having success. Don't worry about putting in part-time work to get full-time income yet. That comes with time and credential. Right now, you need to have time on task to give yourself the ability to overcome the inexperience you have with just more time learning and doing the business. And then also, you want to go 10% harder. So this is a differentiating factor between mediocrity and success everywhere in life, is do 110% effort. You know, the average guy is going to quit by 4 o'clock every day. Quit at 6, quit at 8 a few nights a week. Go a little bit further. When you get frustrated and you've had a bad day, or you feel content because you had a great day, knock on 2 extra doors. Just go that extra mile. And the thing is, day to day, you can't see the difference of that. But where you can see that is year to year. And that compounds tremendously to where 5 to 10 years later, you're making more money than your peers, you're making more money than your fellow agents, and they don't see that you're anything special. But they don't know that you go the extra mile every single time, and that has compounded exponentially over a long period of time, where others would just cut short and cut themselves short ultimately. The other thing we want to ask or add in here with presentations, last point here to keep it simple, do 15 presentations a week as an in-person agent. If you're a telesales agent, complete 20 sales calls a week. That is your bare minimum. Any less than that, there's all sorts of problems that manifest in that. Any more than that, traditionally, you're doing pretty well. And don't stop until that's done. Seriously, take what I just said about the presentation volume seriously. If it's Friday and you've only done 10, it's time to go out Saturday and figure out how you're going to do 5 more. That's just the way it works. If you take this seriously, you're likely to get results. And if you don't let yourself down on these numbers and metrics that matter, you're that much closer. And last couple of things, again, we said we're going to keep this simple, but what about things like carrier selection? Should I be a captive agent? Should I be independent? What about the script? Is it like selling the premium better than an arbitrary number that you show at the close, what's the best objection rebuttal. Look, all this stuff matters, and of course, people are going to have their opinions here, but these take a backseat to the fundamentals. There are plenty of successful agents that have a mediocre script that run a ton of presentations, a ton of leads, and do a ton of activity, because those are foundational to everything else. The rest of the stuff matters, but not nearly as much as the foundation. So wherever you are in your life, whether you want to go captive or are captive or independent, that's besides the point. Get back to fundamentals. Get enough leads, more than enough leads. Do a ton of activity, commit the time necessary, and do a minimum of 15 presentations in person or 20 presentations over the phone. And I promise you, this business is going to be a lot of fun. My name is David DeFord. Hope you enjoyed this content. Subscribe if you haven't, and check out daviddeford.com/FAQ if you'd like to learn more about joining our wonderful agency that is head and shoulders above others when it comes to mentorship, sales, leads, and so much more. daviddeford.com/FAQ. Thanks.